now for our next news special report.
In this special report, we're confronting a story that's taken the internet by storm. Imagine this, a claim so audacious, it suggests that 300 million Americans are on the brink of disaster. The source, allegedly none other than former President Donald Trump. But in a world brimming with misinformation, where truth and fiction often blur, how do we discern reality? Well, that's where we step in. Tonight, we take you beyond these sensational headlines, peeling back the layers of the story. It's there, an iota of truth, an alarming warning, or is it just another piece of the misinformation puzzle? This investigation isn't just about debunking myths, it's a journey to safeguard the truth. So stay tuned for a revelation that will challenge your perception, and don't miss our compelling final thought, shedding light on why this matters to every American. Now, before we dive into today's explosive story, let's talk about a different kind of power, financial power. Rich men north of Richmond, never heard that phrase? Well, it's a nod to the D.C. elites who've been quietly amassing fortunes, and it's time you join their ranks. Congressman Blumenauer, Pelosi, and Burr are prime examples, profiting from defense stocks, Tesla investments, and well-timed stock trades, all seemingly aligned with key government announcements. Now, Ross Givens, a former Wall Street VP, is turning the tables. He's stepping away from the high-profile life to empower ordinary people with insider knowledge that's been the exclusive domain of just a few. Ross's insights have already led many to see returns as staggering as 1,700%. So imagine being part of this financial revolution. Don't just watch from the sidelines. Get your free copy of Ross's latest trade discovery and exclusive webinar access. Visit yourinsideredge.com today. Unlock the secrets of the rich men north of Richmond and start your own journey to financial success at yourinsideredge.com. Now, in a time when sensational headlines often overshadow the truth, a recent story has captivated the nation's attention, claiming that former President Donald Trump warned of an impending disaster that could result in the deaths of 300 million Americans. This story, both horrifying and hard to believe, was spread like wildfire, raising alarm and concern across the United States. But is there any truth to it? Now, the source of the commotion is a video that's been widely shared on social media platforms. The video opens with a voice, purportedly that of Trump, delivering a chilling message. 300 million Americans will die in a matter of weeks. The voice continues, claiming that a sinister plot by Russia and China is set to destroy the American way of life, urging viewers to watch a documentary by Teddy Daniels, described as a real patriot. Here it is.
300 million Americans will die in a matter of weeks. My fellow Americans, the fake news media and the whole Washington swamp have let us all down once again. It's terrible, just terrible. This information I'm about to share with you is so vital it could be life or death for you and your family. Russia and China are plotting something so sinister, something that will destroy our way of life. You wouldn't believe. It's a disaster. That's why they're after me for exposing it. Can you believe it? My good friend Teddy Daniels, a real patriot and Purple Heart recipient, someone I deeply respect, made a scathing documentary on what is really going on. It's truly heartbreaking, but you have to see it. Those in power don't want you to know, folks, it's an embarrassment, but we're telling you how it really is. If you're seeing this video, don't wait before they take this down too. Go watch the documentary on the next page and share this message with as many of your friends and family as possible so they can protect themselves too. My fellow Americans, it's time to take matters into our own hands and make America great again.
Sounds pretty easy to believe, right? Well, upon first hearing, yes, it's easy to be swayed by the gravity of the claim. However, as responsible citizens and journalists, it's our duty to delve deeper and separate fact from fiction. Our investigation began by tracing the origins of the video and scrutinizing its content. A key element in our investigation was a fact check conducted by Lead Stories, a source known for debunking fake news and hoaxes. Their findings were unequivocal. There is no evidence that Donald Trump's real voice was used in the video. The revelation is critical to understanding the nature of the claim. Further examination revealed that the video was first published on Facebook on November 15, 2023. The post quickly gaining traction, with many taking the message at face value. The voice in the video, sounding convincingly like Trump, warns of an attack on the power grid, a narrative that plays into existing fears and anxieties about national security. The video goes on to promote a documentary made by Teddy Daniels, a former candidate for office in Pennsylvania. The documentary, according to the voice in the video, exposes a plot by China and Russia against the United States. However, our investigation took a significant turn when we looked into the credibility of these claims. A thorough search of Trump's campaign website and a comprehensive review of Google's index, which includes thousands of credible information sources from various political perspectives, yield no matches corroborating that Trump had ever made such a statement. This lack of evidence raises serious doubts about the authenticity of the video. Moreover, the voice in the video, while resembling Trump's, lacks verifiable proof of being his. This is a classic example of misinformation using a familiar and influential figure to lend credibility to an otherwise baseless claim. Now, the misinformation, this was the actual post here, it doesn't stop there. The video also features a photo of Daniels with Trump, further lending an air of legitimacy to the claims. However, despite the visual association, there's no evidence that Trump has endorsed Daniels' documentary or the claims within it. In fact, a search of Daniels' social media pages and public statements reveals no mention of Trump supporting his documentary. So this brings us to a critical point in our investigation: the role of social media in spreading misinformation. The ease with which this video spread across platforms reaching millions underscores the power and danger of unchecked and unverified information in the digital age. It's important to recognize the broader implications of such hoaxes. They not only misinform, but can also create unnecessary panic and fear. In a time when our nation faces real challenges, it's crucial that we rely on facts and credible sources for information, not sensationalist and unverified claims. This hoax also highlights a crucial aspect of our society: the need for media literacy. The ability to critically evaluate information, question its source, and seek out credible evidence is more important than ever. As consumers of information, we must be vigilant and discerning, not allowing ourselves to be swayed by every headline that comes our way. Now, the story of this hoax serves as a stark reminder of the responsibility we all bear in the age of information. It's not just the duty of journalists and fact-checkers to debunk falsehoods, but also the responsibility of every individual to question and verify the information that they consume. As we conclude this investigation, it's crucial to remember that in our quest for truth, we must always be guided by facts, not fear. Now, misinformation, like the video and the claim there, thrives in an environment of uncertainty and fear. It's our collective responsibility to combat this by seeking the truth and demanding accuracy and accountability from our sources of information. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. It's not just about staying informed. It's about being part of a community that values truth and integrity. So join us in this mission to uncover the facts and expose the falsehoods that threaten to mislead and misinform. In closing, this story isn't just about debunking a hoax. It's a wake-up call to every American. The claim that Donald Trump warned of a disaster killing 300 million Americans is not just a simple falsehood. It's a reflection of the turbulent times we live in, where misinformation can spread faster than the truth. In an era where fear is a commodity and sensationalism sells, we must stand guard against the tide of unverified claims that threaten to erode the fabric of our republic. This report goes beyond just setting the record straight. It's about reinforcing the importance of critical thinking and media literacy in our society. It's a reminder that we, as citizens of this great republic, we must be vigilant in our pursuit of truth. Let's not allow fear and misinformation to dictate our narrative. Instead, let's commit to seeking out facts and holding those who spread falsehoods accountable. For in truth, we find strength, and in strength, we preserve the ideals of our republic.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.